What are some Union Pacific subdivisions you think about? The CNW Geneva, Mopac Navasota, or the Overland Drive? Let's talk about some more obscure ones like, this one, yeah. The Clyman sub, or, in me and Fred's terms, the oddest Union Pacific line ever. Okay, no intro today because I don't feel like it. The Clyman subdivision's history dates back to 1854, when the Rock River Valley Union Railroad built a stretch of track between Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and Chester, or East Waupun, Wisconsin. Followed by the Chicago, St. Paul, and Fond du Lac Railroad building between Minnesota Junction and Chester, and finally, the Chicago and Northwestern completing the line between Minnesota Junction and Janesville, being called Subdivision 1 of the Lakeshore Division. The Clyman line had stops in Janesville, Milton Junction, Jefferson Junction, Johnson's Creek, Watertown, Clyman Junction, Juneau, Burnett Junction, East Waupun, Oak Center, Oakfield, and finally Fond du Lac. It crossed over the Milwaukee Road's Mississippi Crossing in Anderson, Milwaukee's Madison Line at Milton Junction, the Northwestern's Madison Line at Jeff Junction, the Milwaukee's Watertown Line in Watertown, the Northwestern's Adams Line at Clyman Junction, the Milwaukee's Cambria Line at Minnesota Junction, the Milwaukee's Oshkosh Line at Burnett Junction, the Milwaukee's Mayville Line, the Sioux Wisconsin Central Main Line, and the Milwaukee's Fond du Lac Spur at NW Tower in Fond du Lac, before uniting with the Northwestern's Airline. The line served several types of industries, but was mainly a Granger line serving tons of agricultural industries like grain and feed mills and some food processors. The line had scheduled passenger service between Janesville and Fondy until the 1940s when the last train service operated, but freight continued. When radio first became widespread on the railroad, the Clyman line fell under frequency 160.892 or AAR channel 52. In 1975, the stretch of track between Janesville and Fort Atkinson was abandoned and torn up, and by the 90s, the stretch of track between Clyman Junction and Fond du Lac was also abandoned and torn apart. This was most likely influenced by the UP's acquisition of the Northwestern. But what happened to all the depots along the line? Well, the Janesville depot still stands today and is now a bus terminal for the Beloit Transit System. Still technically serving its purpose, but with bus now. Pretty interesting. The original Milton Junction depot that I showed in this photo was torn down in 1923, but was replaced by this depot that still stands and is now a restaurant called Clegg's Union Depot. They also have a locomotive in display, CNW 10, which is a Fairbanks and Morse H1244. The Jefferson Depot still stands and is also a restaurant, Rock Bottom Express. Pretty cool. Jeff Junction's depot unfortunately wasn't as lucky and was torn down in either 1967 or 1968. The Johnson's Creek Depot was abandoned and was torn down in the late 1970s. The Watertown Depot still stands and has gone through tons of owners, but as of 2026 is owned by Set Apart Art Studio. The Clyman Depot was torn down sometime in the late 50s or early 60s. In 1978, the Northwestern did a cleanup operation on the Ridge Line, which resulted in the interlocking tower and depot at Clyman Junction to be torn down along with the depot at Juneau. The depot at East Waupun, or Chester, was raised in the mid-70s. Oak Center Depot was raised in the early 70s and was used as a combination depot after passenger service ended. The Oakfield Depot was demolished sometime either in the 1970s or 80s. There's a common misconception that it was destroyed by the F5 tornado that struck Oakfield on July 18, 1996, but it was not. The Fond du Lac Depot still stands and was actually added onto the National Register of Historic Places on August 10, 1990. Another notable feature about the Clyman line is the Clyman Coal Tower, which does not stand over the Clyman line, but stands over the Adams and is named the Clyman Coal Tower. It was built by the Chicago and Northwestern in the 1920s and still stands, although it may not last another 10 years, because many other coal towers from the Northwestern in the area, like DeKalb, Nelson, they've been getting torn down, which is pretty sad. So go get your shots with the tower while you can. After 1995, the Union Pacific still operates the line, but only serves the dwindling industries with one local, LBU 53B. The line actually had a disused distance signal semaphore signal standing until 2013 in Watertown, Wisconsin, making for a pretty cool shot opportunity. At Jeff Junction, there is a large refinery that was used by Valero before being sold to Aztalan Bio, which did not utilize rail service.
Until now.
On November 21st, 2025, The Union Pacific filed a petition under Title 49-10503 to exempt the lead from prior approval requirements of Title 49-10903. I really don't know what this means. I'm just saying it. This lead was none other than the Jefferson Junction lead. Union Pacific had sold the Jeff Junction lead, which was a 1.75-mile stretch of track originally being part of the CNW's Madison line. The lead was sold to Aztalan Bayou. Aztalan is the only shipper on the lead and plans to reconfigure the tracks adjacent to their facility, which they already have. Aztalan Bayou already has began this and hopes to finish before this summer. There are already photos of people on Facebook posting these. You can see the tracks, they're not there no more. They are adding new crossing guards, new rails, new derails. They're completely overhauling the entire thing. It's going to be pretty cool. Very, very cool. Aztalan's facility has tons of tracks, so this could mean that more and more carloads come off of this very overlooked and inactive line, making you wonder why UP was even considering keeping it. Well, whoever thought of keeping it, thank you so much, because you're preserving Wisconsin's rails, and there's really not a lot. Especially not cool little branch lines. But yeah, very cool rail line. And I will be checking out the rail line this summer. And who knows, I might upload the video. But if I upload it, please don't give it like 50 views, because I'm gonna be very mad. Me and Ginger Rock are gonna be very mad. So thanks for watching and have a good day.